Greetings YouTube, time for another bargain video. We start out with Little Lit. It was a dark and silly night. Comics by Lemony Snicket, William Joyce, Neil Gaiman, and more. My wife picked that up at Goodwill. And we have Mortal Evidence, the forensics behind 9 shocking cases. I find that kind of true crime thing intriguing. We have a Superman book, and this is Superman for All Seasons. I love the art, though I have to freely admit I think that they made Superman a little bit too babyface. He almost looks like he's got a birth defect. But overall, I enjoyed the art, but it was a very boring story, I thought. Yeah, not exciting. We have a Harley Quinn story, because the movie's coming out soon, so I thought I'd read some movie Birds of Prey, so I thought I'd read some of that up. We have Every Tool's a Hammer, which is my Yule gift from my wife. We have a Deadpool collection. We have All Yesterday's Unique and Speculative Views of Dinosaurs and Other Prehistoric Animals, which was a Yule gift from my mother-in-law. We have Thinking Fast and Slow, which is a Yule gift from my friend Jan. And he also sent me the first season of Good Place, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And I picked up the second and the third already. We have already watched these 2 seasons. Probably watch this one next weekend. When we have a rhyming dictionary for my wife. And because I like The Good Place, and I did not know this, but Brooklyn Nine-Nine is also done by the same people. So I picked up the first season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I'm thoroughly enjoying that so far. I think we've gotten like half the first season viewed so far. Alright, on to more digital media. We have Nerdland with Paul Rudd and Patton Oswalt, which should be entertaining. The Reptile, a classic science fiction / type horror movie from like the 50s. Scared Shrekless, which I thought was cute. A Lot Like Love, The Ape with Boris Karloff, Witchblade, something I'd never seen, though I believe I've seen the trailer online when it was first announced. I never watched the series, though. King Solomon's Mine with Patrick Swayze, another version of King Solomon's Mine. Room on the Broom, which is by the same people that do the Garofalo films. My wife found those entertaining, so I picked that up for her. 2 versions of The Prisoner of Zenda from Literary Classics. My Fair Lady, Kingdom of Heaven, Bride of Reanimator, a film I don't think I've ever actually seen in its entirety, and it has a commentary track. Gods of Egypt, which I hold no hope of being very good. Dr. Phibes Rises Again. I don't have the original. I need to see if I find a copy of that. The Love Bug, which I picked up specifically because it has Buddy Hackett on the commentary track. Lost Horizons, a classic. The Judge. The first season of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now I have the first 2 so I can start watching them. Around the World in 80 Days. This is the original film with a it's a solid commentary track. We have The Incredible Hulk, a film I actually enjoyed. This one has a commentary track and a green case, which made me smile. The Skeleton Twins, which is supposed to be a quirky comedy. Monkey Bone, which was very strange, and I want to listen to the commentary track. And Harry Knowles was in it, which is kind of a disappointment. And we have Battle of the Planets, Volume 1, which was a kind of a blast of the past, because both my wife and I were fans of this when we were younger. More digital coming up. We have Focus with Will Smith and Margot Robbie. Mr. Holmes with Ian McKenna. Black Sails, the first season. I picked it up for $1. I've heard good things about it, so I figured for $1, I might give it a try. We have Blood, the Last Vampire, which is based on an anime, probably a manga as well, but it looked very cheesy. Legendary Weapons of China. We have Moana, which I finally picked up because I did not have a copy, and I got that off of the Legendary Weapons of China off of the Goodwill website. I got a good price on that. And the commentary track is good. I quite enjoyed that. It's a good film. A 10 CD set of the Rock Box. This is for my wife to put in the garden. The Sun and Moon. We have a couple of figures I picked up for a song. I have a cool looking bear, and I believe this is a Chupacabra I get this like it was like a Cryptkins or something. It was also at the like the by the pound place at Goodwill in Hudson, New Hampshire. I picked up these two figures for $1. Then we have this, which is a translucent giant die, and it's a big die, as you can see in my hand. Vintage. I don't have any idea where it came from, whoops, or where, you know, what the provenance on it there is, or was it originally like, was there more than one, or just like a one-off? I got no idea anything about this. I don't know much about older manufacturers of dice or why they built novelty dice. Then we have a shot glass. It's coated, the inside is silver coated, and it's got greetings all over it in different languages, and you can ring for another drink. We have a Railway Express Special Agent badge. I think this is nickel silver. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's definitely, you know, from the age of rail. I thought that was kind of cool. We have Huggy. This is Huggy. Hi, Huggy. Hi. Huggy is a face hugger. Officially, this is an actually officially licensed alien piece of merchandise. Yep, I picked up Huggy at the By the Pound place in Hudson, New Hampshire for almost nothing. Brought her home, gave her a bath and a dry, and now she's going to be one of our mascots. Have a couple of pouches, one orange and one blue. My sister gave me those for Yule, so I can organize things. A Swiss Army knife I picked up at an estate sale. We have this, which is a vintage Italian dive knife. We have this, which is a World War II era knife out of India. This is a handmade outsider art kind of a blade. I have a chisel slash knife from Irwin, which I picked up for $5 at Walmart on sale post-Christmas season. Thought it might make a good marking knife as well as just ordinarily useful. We have this, which is a spool for like it's like an industrial spool for like a mill where you'd be, you know, weaving fabric on an industrial scale. Picked it up very cheap, and I'm going to be weaponizing this. I've been wanting to do that for a while, but lots of the ones I find have been, they're antiques, they're very expensive, or they're such crappy condition they're not worth my time. I got this one very cheaply, but it's in good shape, so I'm not going to feel bad about modifying it, though I'm going to modify it to the absolute minimum because I think it's a very attractive object in and of itself. And I have this, which is an early ratcheting screwdriver, and what's interesting is that you can take off this handle here and screw it into this end here to give yourself more torque, so it turns into an L. The disadvantage is it uses a proprietary type of bit. So the only thing this can turn at the moment is a flathead. But it is attractive, and I thought it was kind of cool. And it does have a nice action. I mean, it's ratcheting as opposed to like the zero ratchets items they do have out now. But I still thought it was a good design. I have a Coast flashlight, which I picked up cheap on the post-Christmas season. We have a marbles hatchet and knife set, and that was a little more expensive. I spent Yule money on that one. I paid $80 for this set. It's the Belt Axe number 171, and that's the only piece of information I can really find out about the set. So I paid less than you would have under normal circumstances. I got lucky, but it's still a little more than I normally spend. We have this, which is a mixer for 5-gallon buckets. I only have one 5-gallon bucket with anything that needs to be mixed, but for $2, it's worth it for me to throw this in the garage, because when I need to do it, I have the ability to do it. So this is a good quality industrial type, you know, construction grade mixer for 5-gallon buckets. And then we have this, which is a gift from a friend of mine. It's a trowel, and she has given me permission to do anything I want to with it. So I'm probably going to turn this into a weapon of some variety. Probably, you know, sharpen that point up, and then cut this handle off, and then make a spear head out of it. I think that might be fun, just because, you know, you can never have too many spears. So that's going to be the bargain video today. I actually have a couple more things, but it's not worth doing another segment. I'll just save those for the next video. Hope that you've enjoyed this. I will put a link below to my Instagram page where you can go follow me if you'd like, where I post images of things I don't buy, but weird stuff I find at thrift shops and estate sales and stuff, or sometimes just attractive things I find while I'm out that are way beyond my budget. And lately I have also been putting up some of my sketches, which can also be found at my DeviantArt page, which will also be in the links below. Thanks for being here. Hope you show up for next time.